Channing Frye, Turner Sports NBA Analyst. He won an NBA title 2016 with the Cavs over Golden State. And Channing, kind enough to join us. All right, so we know the best team you played on. What's the worst team you played on?
Ooh, that's a great question. Maybe my rookie year, the 2005 Knicks. We had the highest salary in the NBA, and I think we won 23 games that year with Larry Brown. That was a dumpster fire. It was hilarious.
What's it like showing up knowing you're going to lose?
Oh, it wasn't that we were just going to lose, because I've been on teams that were just too young that we didn't get it, but it was still fun. But it was just like Larry, we had the most starting lineups in the history of the NBA. And so you didn't know if you were going to start or not until 40 minutes on the clock. So he would tell the starting lineup, and the vets, I didn't get it at that time. And now I probably do what they did. It's like just blow up. They would he would write down who's going to start without telling anybody all day long. It was pretty amazing. Now that I'm retired and now I'm not in the NBA anymore.
But you have these fan bases. You had that with the Knicks, but you're also with the Lakers prior to LeBron getting there.
Oof. Yeah.
Those fan bases, when they turn on you,
it's not fun. It's not fun.
Which one was tougher, though, the Knicks or the Lakers?
Oh, the Knicks, not even close. The Knicks fan base is the toughest. I was getting booed at a Applebee's. I'm just here for the endless riblet basket. I'm getting booed at. I'm like, damn, man. But you know what? And I was hurt the last 16 games. And I'm in crutches, and they're booing me and David Lee. We're rookies. We don't control anything, dude.
If you were going to explain Steph Curry to somebody who had never seen him play.
Oh, man. I would say imagine a guy that could show up on any court and probably not be picked first, but that will never leave the court because he's going to win every single game. Like he's not big. He's not extremely fast. He's not extremely athletic, but yet he's numbered 1 or 2, depending on how old you are, the most influential person in NBA in the last 10, 20 years.
Oh, probably even more than that. I think he's more influential from the playing aspect than Jordan. Than Jordan. I mean, Jordan, that shadow is a big shadow, but Steph gave hope to anybody who steps on the basketball floor.
When Steph had success, you said, oh man, I could shoot Steph's greatest superpower is a skill. Right? Like Steph is like Iron Man. Like he built himself. Like he worked on that. And he has this innate ability. And shooting is something that everyone can do. Yet he does it so well. We're used to his audacious numbers that what he's doing is so ridiculous. Like he's doing James Harden numbers without James Harden's. I mean, people underestimate how good of a scorer James Harden is. He's doing James Harden numbers without James Harden one-on-ones because he's coming off pin downs, he's coming off screens. Like it's amazing this year. And you know what? It's going to sound wild. I'm not glad that Klay got hurt, but I'm glad that people get to see this Steph Curry.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would ever have seen this Steph Curry. And I said something at the beginning of the year that Warriors fans got mad. I said, if he doesn't take this team he's accomplished everything. And if he doesn't take this team to the playoffs, just the playoffs, that would make me disappointed because I know how good he is. And he's far exceeded that to now you have to put him top 15 all time as a player.
What's it like
when
you get switched out on him? Did you ever get switched out on him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the worst because the problem is he'll just throw the ball to Draymond and then you have to chase him. And it's not like he's going to just James Harden you or he's not going to Kyrie you. He's like, oh, you're my switch? Throw the ball to someone else. You can't practice that. You can't practice versus going over these screens. You can't stay on the body. He's too fast. He's too smart. And they set great screens. And it's just like he's impossible to guard because he's okay without the ball. And the minute you turn your head, he's gone.
Would you want to be a teammate of Russell Westbrook's?
Me as a shooter? Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, he doesn't. He might not throw it out to you as often as you think you're going to get it there, Channing. I mean,
no, listen.
Yeah.
I definitely think that Russell Westbrook has gotten a lot better at creating opportunities for other people, especially on this Wizards team. I think his triple doubles do equate to winning, but I also feel like any great player, you lean yourself towards their style of basketball, right? It just, you can't, like Steph can't go to New York and get 50 a game. Nobody's getting 50 on New York. Even, Julius Randle is having a great year, but I don't know what his career high is this year. Maybe 35. It's just a system. So his system that works is fast paced. You got to score in the 120s, 130s.
Is he the second best point guard of all time?
Who is?
Russ.
No.
Well, Scotty Brooks said that he's maybe.
Of course, Scott Brooks said that.
Okay.
I respect that, but no, he's not. Stop it. That's so disrespectful to either Magic Johnson or Isaiah Thomas.
Well, Magic is one.
Magic is one. Isaiah is two. Magic is, and I had this conversation last night with one of my old teammates. Magic is probably the last small guard to win multiple championships. Truly small guard that was your point guard, right? And
you mean Isaiah?
Yes, I said Isaiah.
Oh, yeah, you had Magic because.
Yeah, I had Magic 1, Isaiah 2, and then, depending on how you view the point guard position, then maybe, man.
Well, is Steph Curry a point guard?
I don't. To me, I think Draymond is their point guard. To me.
Okay. Is Russell? Would you rather have John Stockton or Russell Westbrook?
Oh, John Stockton, stop.
Okay.
I played with Steve Nash, dude.
Would you rather have Nash or Westbrook?
Oh, I'm taking. Sorry, Nash. I'm gonna take Westbrook. Sorry, Nash, my guy. But it just that hurt. That hurt me saying it, but I'll take Westbrook. It hurt me saying it.
Paulie, let's bring in Steve Nash now. Steve, you just heard. No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh man, killing me.
I wouldn't do that to you.
No, it's okay.
All right, so Lakers Warriors look like they're on a collision course here in that play-in tournament.
I don't think they're worried about it.
The Lakers are not worried
about that. I don't think the Lakers are worried about it, and I don't think the Warriors are worried about it because I don't think the Grizzlies or the Spurs match up very well versus the Warriors, right? I think if we are just to end the season right now, I think that's how it would end. The Lakers will be 7. I think they love that matchup versus Suns, especially with a healthy LeBron and a healthy Schroeder. And then I think the Warriors are I think we have a chance versus Utah. I think the Warriors stylistically are Utah's bane in Utah's existence. They switch screen and roll. And so there are 3 things, and that's what I was talking about on TV the other day. There are 3 things team can do. You can play one-on-one, you can run your system, or you can do screen and roll, right? And Utah is the best screen and roll and system team in NBA. So they pass, they move, they cut. All that happens because teams can't switch. But the Warriors are the best switching team in NBA. So they switch underneath. The last game you watched, Rudy Gobert had 10 points, but his 10 points were just, I'm just bigger than everybody, 10 points. He had no impact on the game pretty much. Why do you think Jordan Clarkson had to go one-on-one so much? Jordan Clarkson shooting 33 shots is exactly what the Warriors want to do, right? But the problem is when you add Mike Conley and you add Donovan Mitchell, now you have more ball handlers. But neither one of those guys. So you would have Donovan Mitchell and Jordan Clarkson really are your one-on-one guys. And you would say, I'll take my chances with Draymond, Wiggins, Kelly Oubre, and Jordan Poole, Kent Bazemore with those chances. Now, I think Utah would win that series, but I think I think Golden State would give them a run for their money.
If I gave you the Nets and the Lakers or the rest of the field to win the championship.
Man, first of all, I can't bet against Bron in the playoffs. I think he's too.
Yeah, but he's got to be healthy. And AD's got to be healthy.
That's huge. But I'll tell you this. Listen, if I made as much money as he was, I'm pretty sure he's pretty healthy. If I know him, this dude gets 24 hours around the clock, and this is not a joke. 24-hour around the clock care every time he has an injury. So for him, they didn't have a long break. A lot of guys are coming back and they're having soft tissue injuries. So you're seeing a lot of hamstring. You're seeing a lot of, this year has been a weird year. For them to be 7th, I don't think the Lakers give a crap. As much as everyone makes this.
Have you been to LeBron's house?
Me? His old house in Cleveland.
Oh, see, I haven't been invited to the LA crib.
No, I haven't. It's been COVID. I haven't gone to LA. I'm gonna go to his house. I'm gonna raid his wine fridge. Expensive wine. I'll go right to the fridge.
What was the mansion in? Was it Akron?
Yeah, Akron.
What did it have in that I would be surprised at?
I mean, have you ever been to a Hilton? That's what his house looks like. You're like, hold on now. Hey, listen, where do I check in?
Wait, they got a concierge there.
Oh, for sure. Listen, everybody in NBA, you should take care of yourself. You get a big house. I have a big house in Portland, Oregon. My house looks like a shack compared to his house. I said, damn. I said, this is what it's like to be a billionaire? What in the F?
Okay, best house you were ever in. Best crib.
Ooh, Grant Hill. Easily.
Whoa.
Grant Hill lives in Orlando, Florida. He has like a 25,000 square foot house. And it is like, I think Obama stays there when they go to stuff in Orlando. He stays at Isleworth, the golf course.
Yeah.
He has like a tennis court. You got a tennis court, a pool. He got a wine room. He don't even be drinking wine like that. He got expensive wines in there. I'm like, you don't even drink wine. He got a couch in his kitchen.
Who had a club in their house? Did you ever go to somebody who had a club?
Never a club. Maybe Vince Carter, who has an equally as big house in the same neighborhood in Iowa. So it was like Vince Carter, Grant Hill, and Shaq all live in the same neighborhood in Orlando. Vince may have had a club in his house. His house looks like a house MC Hammer would own.
but Shaq's crib, I think he's selling it. But that is, that's an amazing.
Yeah, all in one neighborhood, all in Isleworth. And I ended up renting a house there in Orlando. It was the best thing about Orlando. Other than that, it was trash. It was a horrible city. I don't know why Q Rich and Vince and all them love it. I'm just like, ugh, yuck. Florida, ugh. Oh, man.
And I just see that Shaq bed that had the big S, the Superman on it.
Yeah, listen.
Like, who's going to buy Shaq's house? Because everything's to his size, isn't it?
Somebody's going to buy it.
Like the toilet's got to be to his size, right?
Oh, boy. It must be some dinosaur-sized toilet. Shaq is a big guy, man. Shaq, I'm 7 foot, however many pounds, and Shaq makes me look tiny. And I'm a big man, and Shaq makes me look tiny. I remember at a garden.
But I thought that Yao Ming made Shaq look a little more normal.
Because Yao's head is so big. Yao's head is so big, right? I remember I was on the Portland Trailblazers, and I was playing on and off with Nate McMillan because LaMarcus Aldridge was balling. And in the playoffs, they put me in on Shaq, or not Shaq, but Yao. And I looked at the coach like, what am I going to do with that? What am I going to do with this? And I'm 7 foot, and he just turns around and shoots his jumper over me. And I look at the bench like, that's the best I got. That's the best I got. He outweighs me by 100 pounds. He is 5 inches taller than me. And he shoots the free throws for his team. He shoots the technical free throws. So his skill set is super high. It's not like I can rattle him. So I'm just here to annoy him and, do whatever.
He's got a head that's the size of a microwave. But he's the biggest guy I've ever. Mark Eaton was a big guy.
Yeah, I've seen him. But no, I think Yao's legs were like tabletops. They were so big. You couldn't move him. I was just pushing up against the wall, I was yelling at my trainer, we need to get in the weight room this summer. More creatine.
Great appearance. Hope you're doing well there with Turner, and we appreciate having you on.
No, awesome. This is great, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Chan. That's Channing Frye. That's good. That's fun.